While you're reading this disclaimer, don't forget to subscribe, tap that like button, and make silly faces into your webcam so the FBI can have a good laugh. Hey, and welcome to another trade rewind here. As usual, I've basically got this at a 9 a.m. We're going to be trading the NASDAQ Futures, and this is for Tuesday, August 6th is where we're at. And I zoomed out here to the 4-hour time because I wanted to show you, like, in drawing in my order blocks here, zoomed out, there's red order blocks that are pretty darn tight together. This to me means consolidation. This means this could be an ugly day for trading. I might stay away from this pair and actually go and look at something else. I might be looking at the other two indices that I look at, which is the US 30 and also the Russell 2000, which are all available on my broker Tradeovate for trading futures on. So those are the three: NASDAQ, US 30, and Russell 2000 that I will check out, and look at my confluences, my order blocks, my indicators and everything, and get an idea of what to trade. So now, not to belabor anything, I'm going to jump into it, but what I am going to unfortunately do is take this 4-hour order block. I'm going to, don't want to change that. I'm going to delete it. And I'm going to take this 4-hour order block, and you know what? I'm going to delete it. Why? Because there's too much going on, too much consolidation going on here, and I'm going to look at smaller order blocks in between the bigger, wider, more important order blocks that have been long-standing for months. Some of these order blocks go back, I think, a couple of months or something like that. So anyways, without further ado, let's start on the 1 minute, and let's see what happens. I've already got 200-point tick long and short, and I've got these other lines that I like to use as like my fake stop loss and take profits, just to show you again my whole thought process behind everything. So if I fast forward here, look at that. Like, I mean, this is a crazy consolidation. This isn't necessarily take profit or stop loss, but I mean, look at the action here. This is where I look at my express elevator strategy here. Right now, we've got a ton of consolidation inside that area. Which direction is it going to go in? Should I do something like this in terms of a sell, or something like this in terms of a buy? Up to you. Right now, could wick easily another direction. I do not set up limit orders like this, by the way, but let's just say if I did, what would have happened? That would have taken me out. That's why I don't do that. So, and another reason why not to do it, two reasons. One, you have the open right here at 9:30. I want to start to see what the morning range looks like in that first hour and a half of the day. And the other thing is that I'm not taking into consideration when I do these trade rewinds is financial news. We could be a complete poop shoot in terms of financial news. It might be a huge gap up or down. It might be a huge move in the opposite direction that I want it to go in. And instead of like losing one trade, I get a -3 instead of a -1. It's happened to me before where I lost $3,000 in one trade because I wasn't making myself aware of financial news. So don't do that. So let's see. We're going up. Is this going to go up? A lot of people see this. So I got to get in, buy, right? Yeah, it wicks, at the end of that minute. And what did we do? We tested this area right here. Now it's going to come back down. We'll see. Immediately comes back down. Now we've touched our indicator line. Is it going to test back up? No, now it's testing down. If we break the bottom of this, is it going to head down to this order block? So instead of a narrow consolidation, we're now in a consolidation that's widened out. This is ugly. I would never want to trade the open on days like this. And like I said, when I deleted the 4-hour order blocks, this looks like crap. I might be looking at freaking Forex, right now or something to trade instead of this. But look, we had a rejection off of this order block. Could I take a huge gamble and look for a potential buy in here? Maybe. I don't think so. I don't think I do this, but let's just say if I did, what would let's just look and say I set up a limit order to get me in right here. I'm in. It's already starting to head back down. I'm out. See, like, this is why you don't just, let me just trade the order blocks. And a lot of the times, guys, when you do that, you do this, but then you set your stop loss way down here. For me, I don't want to go and do a 1-to-1 type trade on here. or 1 to 1.5 or whatever. Those are just boring trades to me or whatever. Like I look for 1 to 3s. If I have a couple of -1s to get my +3, hey, all good. But I want to again look at the direction, see where we're going, see if this is going to keep trending down or what. Let's see if this is going to now test the order block again, which, by the way, I draw my path. When I see it tap, come back up, and then tap lower, I'd be looking for this to see if we actually could immediately bounce off. But I'd be looking for a test down here, a test to the top of this order block before we come and test the bottom of the order block. And it might come back up to mid. It might come back to the top. It might come back up over the top again, which it probably won't. But it might look something like that if it's heading down, right? I want it to test the top and bottom of these order blocks if it goes that route. So let's see what happens here. So we've wicked low into the order block, and not only did we tap it, reject it, tap lower with a wick and rejected it, we could be heading back up like I originally suspected. But where are we going up? We're still in a downward momentum here. We've got a red pivot, a red cloud. So some people, Adam, you're gonna cross this line. Just buy here, right? It's the momentum's heading up. Again, no, not necessarily. This is way too consolidation-y, a technical term. I wouldn't want to mess with this yet. I want to see if it's going to retest this high first. There, it's retesting that high. Let's see if it rejects. So now, not only is it broke that high, we've retested this, hasn't broke it yet, but we're starting to see a channel like this, right? Channel like this. So now some retail traders will say, okay, if the price breaks this high, I'm in. Shouldn't do that with that low of a stop loss. Or if it breaks this channel on the low, I'm in. That kind of thing. I don't like to trade that way, honestly. There's some on bigger time frames, some confluences that'll allow me to do that, but it's touchy. So now we've come up. It looks like we're breaking that channel. Let's see what happens here. Reject it. Now this is where a lot of people, again, we broke that channel. We've tested this green indicator again. Could potentially get in here to see, because we broke this high. Now we got to see if it's going to break this high, right? Could potentially get in here. Let's see what happens. And out. -1. Let me just draw -1 on the day. Now, did I mention how much I hate trading consolidation like this? Incredibly unpredictable. Ugly. Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. This is ugly. Like, I almost want to fast forward and be like, see, this is why I told you why I'd walk away for the day, because this is what happens. I get a -1. Looks ugly. See, we're back to trading going up. Now, if I had followed my rules and I got in at a solid, what do you call it? I'm sorry, back up. It retested low, it beat this low, but we still didn't really break past around here. It went past these wicks a little bit, but it trended back up. So now, with this momentum back up, could I have potentially gotten in here? Maybe. Could I have still gotten in here because this was a solid above? Possible, whatever. But I didn't say I was going to do that, so I'm just going to pretend I didn't actually get in. Should I have gotten in with my rules? Potentially, yeah, without a doubt. That is our order block. If I had gotten in, I would set my take profit to right below this order block at a 2.2, or I just keep it at my 3. Let's just see what happens. Hit the order block, retesting it. Now, after I see it reject it twice, I would have been happy if I set my take profit here. If it started to reject it again, I start to see wicks here. You want to get out of it. Just get out of it. It's a win, a +2, or whatever, right? See, look at all these wicks. Wick. I'd have all these opportunities. I'd have 5 minutes here, 8 minutes to just get out of this trade at a 2.2. Assuming I stayed in it and I set my stop loss to here. Again, I'm not using my other lines here, but I might use these for take profits and stuff later. Let's see where it goes now. See, would have taken me out at a +1.3. Again, not worth it. So again, that's a +2. Yay. Again, don't have to count it if you don't want to. I didn't say in time that I got in it. Now we came up and we rejected that order block. Let's see if it retests that order block. Nope. Heading back down. If we don't break this high, we'll be in decent shape here to test a sell. Way too consolidation-y. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Doesn't know which direction it's going. Back into the order block. Testing the order block higher. Tested the bottom of the order block a couple of times in here, and it's still going up. It should reject and come back down and retest down again. If it doesn't, this sucker might take off here. So at this point, you could get in. This is very risky because we're getting in an order block that it's already rejected before. So this could come back down like an anvil, or we could get an easy one going up to this order block. I don't think I'd be trading this whole day. Pretending that we got in there, this is probably going to come right back down and retest the bottom. Let me zoom back in so you guys can see this. So it could retest the bottom of all this and take out that stop. This is why you don't want to get in at the top. Yep, out. Yeah, another reason why I don't trade the chop. Don't trade the chop. So I never like to sell into order blocks. That would have been a huge mistake. Huge mistake. So now, if I had actually, let me just do this for a second. If I had set up a much bigger stop like this 400, of course it won't go on exactly 400. If I was on a 400 stop to begin with here, and I had seen this come back down, retested the bottom, didn't break this low, but we had broken that low. If we had broken this right here, I might have had a limit order for here just to see if it would come down and retest these areas. Real risky, though. Real risky. And if I had gotten into that kind of a trade, even setting a take profit at there, you're still talking only a 1.8. So, like, again, to me, these big stop losses, these big, stop loss levels, just not that sexy. Not that sexy at all. So now, fast forward, will we come up and hit the 4-hour order block? That is the question. See, I'm not seeing anything. I'd be avoiding this trading day like the plague. I'd be just done. Some people, again, want to trade the chop and look for one-to-ones. Not me. It's just not worth it. Come up and you want to hit the order, or hit the 4-hour order block. Hit it. And look at that. Look. I stopped it too soon. Touch. Immediately reject. As soon as you start seeing it go through all this and just start dropping like an anvil, look at that. Getting in about here, right where we had 3 solid closes basically in a row. 3 straight minutes to just fall. Stop loss would have been right back up at the retest of this order block. And knowing that we're at the end of the day, the end of the trading day, and all these people that were buying now need to sell off and grab their profits, that would have been a great entry. Would have been a great entry. Now, if I did it again. So if I missed that entry, I'd look for something like this. And let me just go ahead and just redraw this here. Again. Yeah. I might be looking at 150 as a stop loss on it this time. I see wick. As soon as I see this start to go solid and drop below this wick, I'd be getting in somewhere around this level. Somewhere in here. That kind of thing. So if I missed this entry, I'd get this entry right here. Cool. I have not been using these fake stop losses and stuff. But anyways, and now this one, if I was in the trade, I'd be setting my stop loss here. So we're, if you were at a +3 and out, you'd have been out here. I'm willing to risk another one to see if that goes lower. Now again, this could completely reject and go right back up to the order block. So we'll see. Not looking good. Now we already went back 80% into the stop there. Out there. This one, because I did it above that a little bit. Let me actually see. Ooh, that might have gotten taken out too. Nope. A little bit. I don't know if you guys can see that. Just barely missed that one. So this trade would still be live potentially. Now again, this could come right back up and hit that and be done. But let's say again, this trade was back out at my break even. Where would I look for another entry? All right, I'm out. That's it. And we're breaking highs again over this. I'm not trading this in the last half an hour of the day. This is ugly as hell. I'm out. Got another +2 right here. Not a very exciting trading day. +3 overall. Meh. Not bad, but I want to see +5s, +10s, throughout the rest of the day. But as long as I hit a +3 to finish out, we're in decent shape. Now, as you can tell, most of my videos are 25, 30 minutes when I'm just summing up a trading day. This is like half that. Why? This is just an ugly day to trade. Wouldn't have wanted to do much here. So if I saw all of this consolidation kind of moving back down and none of these highs were being breached, could have gotten in at any one of these. It's not worth it. You only got a few minutes to close out the trade. You might have been able to get the +2 or 3 out of this, maybe. Definitely. The closes are right. It was this 4 o'clock right here. I'd still be getting out. Again, I'm not counting that, but that would have been a lucky trade, honestly. With all this wick and consolidation here, when it started to trend back down right here and break this low, that might have been an option. That new low, especially with all these wicks, but might have looked for it to retest here, which it did. Reject, didn't even come back up to the line and went down. Sure. But again, way too risky for me. I don't like trading that close to the end of the day. I would have called it as far as that goes. So hope you guys got a chance to learn something from this video. If you did, like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next Trading Rewind.